What up, my pimps and hoes? Damn, you shouldn't see my snooze. Not for kids. Yeah, as you can see, I played a little bit with my settings. I got some shit, so I hope it's a little better. Probably don't see the difference, but hey. I'm still not 100% satisfied, but it is what it is. For the beginning, it's totally fine. Welcome back to the fucking weekly recap, right? It was a really interesting week. A lot of opportunities like every other week. Of course, I didn't take them all because you can take every trade. And as I already mentioned, I wanted to take more notes, and I should stop talking and just get to the fucking point of the video. So let's jump to Monday. Before that, how are you doing? I hope you have had a nice week and can relax right now with me and my weekly recap. So let's get this over with. So we have Monday rolling up. Of course, weekly open. And about the weekly open, I looked through my notes and found it was just a little paragraph. That's why I have overseen it in my backtesting. Basically, when the weekly is broken, you don't want it to be retested after Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday is a big no. So if we are bearish and it breaks below, it can go on Tuesday and Wednesday still up. But if it breaks on Wednesday, it shouldn't come back, right? So I wanted to mention this. So let's get into this week. So as I have told you, I don't like to trade on Mondays because I still need experience in that aspect. But still, I looked for trades. I looked, but I didn't took any, or I planned to take one, but I think I didn't take it on Monday. It doesn't matter. So, what did I see? Since we are still bearish, if we wait a second, if we open the GBP US dollar down here, remove this motherfucker and go on the 4-hour chart, we can see we are still fucking bearish, right? So it's still going down. And I'm still bearish till this high right here isn't broken. So, fuck. For this aspect, go back to the big one. I was bearish. And I looking for my Judas swing. As you can see, it broke below. Nice. It rallied up. I don't know how much. I think around, yeah, 20 to, you know, the liquidity grab is around, where's my second hand there? The liquidity grab is around 20 to 30 pips. So this one should be fine. So, right, 24 pips, perfect. Going to the 5-minute chart. I saw this, but I saw it too late. As I wrote here in this note, missed potential trade right here. Can you? No. That's quite a little later. I saw this. If we go on the line chart, we can see this is the latest low. And no, not the no. Wait a minute. So, and we have a fair value gap which broke this low. So I wanted it to retest this fair value gap and go back down. My take profit would have been somewhere here. So whoopsie. So I waited here, but as I saw this, I was like, nice, it's gonna, well, it kind of broke the Asian range, so it wouldn't have been valid, I think, or at least this trade. I'm seeing it right now. That's why I am doing this weekly recaps, to see something I didn't see at the moment. You can see it already broke the Asian range, so the trade here should be invalid because it already went down. But as I wrote here, missed potential trade right here. Can you guys see this trade which I missed here? Since I was focused on the upper fair value gap and wasn't paying attention since it's Monday. So my only attention on Monday was this fair value gap right here, and I wasn't I was thinking, right, so fuck it, I didn't really care. So as the day went on, on the second or third look, when I opened the chart to see if it went up or whatever, what happened, since I can't be constantly on the charts, and I don't think it's good behavior to be all the time on the charts, right? So I'm doing it right now. How I'm doing it right now is I'm opening up the chart in the morning, so around where I'm from, 8:30ish, around that time, and I'm looking for my Asian range of the previous day and seeing what will happen. So I think it's around 8:30ish, since I think this is 7 a.m. where I am from, and 8 would be around 1 a.m. Something like that. So the trade, have you seen it? Well, it's pretty basic. It would have been something like this. Yeah. Sometimes you don't need to overthink stuff. You can clearly see this is a little bum. We can argue here if this is a high or not. If you consider the wicks, it could be. If you take the Fibonacci, go down, it was perfectly filled. ICT calls this the, what's it called? The optimal trade entry. It would play it nice with our move, right? We have the Judas swing. It would be okay. It would be a little high risk, you know, since, well, high risk, everything's risky right here. So even if it retraced back here, it would have been risky. You could have taken the trade, and it would have been a beautiful, nice down with almost no retracement at all. So we take something, yeah, let's just say the golden entry is 6.18. You put it above here, this candle, and yeah, you go down. Would have been a nice 1 to 2. But you know, you can take every trade, so fuck it. So as the day moved on, I'm not quite sure if this was on a 5-minute chart, this analysis, or if it was on a 15-minute. Just I placed a limit order right at the 0.618 fib, since it didn't want it to look at the charts. Otherwise I would have taken the trade or the rejection from the bearish order block afterwards. Afterwards looks beautiful. Yeah. And so since it was Monday, I wasn't paying attention, as I mentioned, and I think this was a 5-minute analysis. And yeah, it was a purely 5-minute analysis. Since the Judas swing worked out pretty nicely, I was like, okay, it could potentially move lower, and from the time, it would have also been nice, 9 a.m. So New York open, close to London close, which sounds pretty stupid, but whatever. I draw in this Fibonacci and was like, yeah, I'm gonna place a limit order here. I don't want to bother a lot about looking at the charts. I saw this order block in the, how's it called, aftermatch, after in the evening, I think I saw it. So after looking how the day played out, yeah, and to be honest, it would have been pretty nice. There were a lot of entry opportunities, one here, second here, third here, fourth here. So yeah, it would have played out nicely with a little retracement, but hey, fuck it. So I wasn't really quite sad, but I was like, yeah, fuck it, another missed opportunity. There will be enough opportunities. And it was Monday, so I didn't really bother much. I shouldn't trade on a Monday anyway, so fuck it. And I don't know what I draw in here. I think, yeah, that's another order block, which I was looking at, but it was already afternoon New York, so I didn't really give a fuck. Right. So moving on to the next day. And it was never tested. I just drew it out a little bit, yeah, as 15 minutes, to see if it will be retested on the following day. So in my head, I had like an expectation which is rather stupid. You shouldn't expect anything in the market because it's anyways doing whatever it wants to do. But you know, and at the end of the day, we're just human beings, so there will be some quite expectations. But in my head, it would have played out pretty nicely. Bob grabbing liquidity, Judah swing setup, trading, making a short here and going back down. So that was in my head, or the plan for this day. So the Judah swing was there. That was right, like nice. Love this. But let me just check. Yeah, there we went up. Just let me see. I think we can jump to the 5-minute chart. I was like, yeah, Judah swing is there. It's not quite the liquidity grab I expected it to be. You know, also 20 fucking pips in this order block. Oh, it would have been so nice. But I saw this order block, drew my Fibonacci, and waited it to be tested. Why didn't I take the trade? Why the fuck didn't I took the trade? Did I? No. I would have drawn it like this. Okay, I'm kinda confused, guys. Oh my god. Why the fuck haven't I taken this trade? It was a really nice textbook trade. Would have been such a beautiful trade. Why the fuck am I retarded? Oh my god, guys. I can't explain you in any way because why the fuck ever? Maybe the only way I can explain it is I missed it and saw it in the aftermatch and was like, oh shit, I fucking missed a really beautiful trade. Would have been pretty nice. But yeah, can't cry over spilled milk, or what's the saying? I don't know what Tuesday was going on. Could check my calendar, but fuck it. Holy shit, what's with the move? I'm not quite sure. I think I saw this and was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not trading any, so I missed this one. And then saw this, so I wasn't looking for any trades in the afternoon. So I was like, yeah, let's skip this shit. And let's move on to the next day, since I haven't that much of time. Just let me check quickly. Yeah, I got like 10 to 20 minutes. Since I have an appointment later, but it shouldn't bother you. Let's skip to the next day. Maybe I should do this on the 15-minute chart, would go faster. Yeah, yeah, exactly, that's happened. I saw this trade, I think, later or too late, and wanted to look for a trade, maybe a continuation of the downtrend in the afternoon, but then started doing this shit. I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna skip this day, fuck this. And was like, let's go to Wednesday. And I really could bite myself in the arse, because this is the day where I traded, where I took a trade, and it was a pretty stupid mistake. So let's play it out. Yeah. So it went down, and I was like, nice, could be a potential setup for the Judah swing, right? So it went down, went a little bit more down, grabbed liquidity. We'll get to this later, because I have a note there. It went up. It took, yeah. So I took a trade right here, and as you can read, I like the idea, but I'm not so sure if I should trade this. I took the trade anyways for experience reasons. We're on a demo account, we're not losing money, we're just here gathering experience and knowledge. And I had ICT in my head, and I can remember him saying, you shouldn't be scared of taking trades. And in my head, I was like, okay, we have a double top here. Judah swing is working out. So I could take how can I explain it? I can just take the short because it's going to go down instead of waiting for a bearish structure in the 5-minute chart. And I'm not quite a fan of this approach, but I wanted to try it out anyways. Yeah, I will stick to my routine in the way from look, if I get this setup, I'm going to jump on the 5-minute chart, look for a short setup or a bearish behavior, and then a fair. So like something like this, or something like this one here, or this one here. I like this approach way more. Potentially I'm gonna lose or miss a lot of trades because of this, because there isn't always, for example here, if I just would have taken this trade, if I just would have shortened on this candle and just put my stop loss above here, it would have been a really nice trade. But yeah. So I think in the demo account, I will still try it out. As I said, we are gathering experience. We are trying to figure things out. But I have a mixed feeling about it. Anyways, back to the topic. So I risked only 1% since I was not quite sure, and especially when the market is like this, maybe I shouldn't have taken the trade. And yeah, it went, first candle went down. I was like, okay, nice, it's working out. And I think on the 5-minute I executed the trade. I think on this candle I executed it. I was like, okay, nice, it's going down, perfect, yeah. And fuck me. Yeah, so I was like, goddamn. My gut feeling was right. That's what I thought. So I was like, okay, I took a trade. It messed with my brain, so I'm done with the London Open. I will just take a little break. Now we look at afternoon. I'll just focus on my work. For your info, I'm a software engineer, so I just focused on coding to clear up my head, listened a little bit to music, and didn't thought a lot of about this shit, what I did here. So on the second thought, or not the second thought, when my mind calmed down, I went back to the charts and I was like, God damn, if I would have been a little bit more patient, or if I would have been caution, I think is the word. If I would have been a little bit more cautious, I would have seen this right here. If I think, just let me trying to figure this out, how I can show you guys. We'll look at this low right here on the 4-hour chart. It's obviously a significant low. And if we move down here on the 5-minute chart, is this the 5-minute chart? It should be here. Yeah. So this is the low that was broken. And it was broken on Monday. On Thursday, it made this jiggly biggly. We have a double bottom here. And it took liquidity down to almost 20 pips from this double bottom. And from this low, I think it's quite more because it's a higher time frame. Yeah, you can't. This 20 to 30 pip rule only applies, I think, on the 5 and 15-minute chart, so you can't use that on a daily or 4-hour chart, obviously. So I was like, okay, explains a lot. And I'm trying to improve. So, in my opinion, I should have taken the exact same trade I did here. I should have done it here. And then it would have worked out nicely. So, just say this double bottom here, draw 20 pips. So I know where the range is. You know what, let's use this. Where is it? This one here, then it sticks. 20 pips. And should have, yeah, I brought it then down. Should have taken a long right here with take profit at the fair value gap and stop loss 20 pips below. So when it got down my what's long short? Yeah, it's long here. Let's just say this candle played out here, rejected, or not rejected but retraced. I could have taken a trade here, set my stop loss like 20 pips to leave a little bit room open if it wanted maybe to grab a little bit more liquidity, and should have taken my trade here. Would have been a nice 1 to 3. I think if we played out, we can see it would have gone to the TP. Am I sad about it? No. Did I learn from it? Definitely. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this one with me. I'm thinking about maybe I will take screenshots from this whole mess. So zoomed into screenshots and note them in my iPad so I can go back and forth and to see, okay, I did this wrong, and to see improvement. You know, you can only track improvement if you track. So the same shit with if you want to lose weights. How can you track it? Well, if you go every day on your fucking scale and write it somewhere down. It doesn't have to be an iPad. Just take your fucking notebook. Just take your phone, open notes, write in, okay, today that's my weight, tomorrow that's my weight, the next day that's my weight, and you can track your progress. And the same with the gym. So I'm going off the path. Yeah, that's that. Now I was like, okay, I wasn't quite sure if I should trade any longer, and my 15-minute order block was violated here, so it wasn't valid, but I wanted to let it in. It quite, yeah, you could argue it tested it right here. So you know the principle of resisting turning to support. Yeah, the same goes with an order block. So for example, this bearish order block, if it was broken up, it could use as a support. It could be used as a support. I saw that, but my mind at this point was still messed up, so I didn't want to take any trades. And I was even considering not taking any trades on this day, but my mind calmed down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give the afternoon another try. Or not the afternoon, but the New York Open, which is, I think, afternoon where I'm from, or noon, something like that. The funny part is when I'm backtesting, I can't make the connection, but in the real charts I can make the connection. So I know, okay, it's around this o'clock in New York, so I know I have to be at the charts. So let's see what is happening right here. I think I missed a trade. And yeah, this right here, let's open again. It's pretty simple. So you know what is. I think this one right here should have been this here. Where's my this? I think it was this. Is the Tuesday? Yeah. No, that's the Wednesday. Are we Wednesday? Yeah, it's a Wednesday. So yeah, this order block was this here. Not order block, fair value gap, sorry. So it was a little rejected, but not quite what I expected, right? It was broken up. Yeah, for me afternoon here, the New York Open, I was still bearish, especially with it being below weekly open. As I wrote here, I saw this one. I was at the chart, so I could have taken the trade, but I was like, man, I don't know. I already lost this one. I hope I can remove this. I already lost this trade here, and was like, I don't know, man. I a little bit hesitant, right? So a little bit more cautious, and yeah, it would have been a really nice trade. So let's just say taken here, stop loss here, going on this -1, so double the move. Would have been a nice 1 to 3. Yeah, as I wrote it down. Oh man, I saw this trade, but I was like, yeah, if it's moving that up, especially that aggressively, I thought, and ignoring this order block and this fair value gap, I was thinking maybe it wants to test this weekly open. And in my opinion, it's not my opinion, but in my mind, it was like, yeah, it will go up, maybe break a little bit above, go down, test it again, and go then down. So I was expecting something like this. So I didn't took the trade. But I think right here was on, I saw this fair value gap and was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take this because this low wasn't broken, or this, let's just say this equal lows. So I saw potential to go further down, grabbing liquidity, I think 30 pips, yeah. And I was like, okay, if it goes up, tests this value gap and takes liquidity down from these lows, I'm fine with that. So I placed an order right here and expected it to go further down. Why did I took this? Yeah, why did I even expected this to go lower? Because of this double top, you could call it. Yeah, on the 50-minute also to see. You can see it also on the 50-minute, that's this way around. But I think I removed it since it took the liquidity here, and I was like, yeah, okay, this trade is gone. This is a goner. So fuck this, I'm not gonna trade anymore. I just left it in so I can explain to you guys, because I'm 100% sure I would have forgotten this one by the time. Yeah, as you can see, it would have been fulfilled, but it would also have been stopped out. So a good thing I removed the order, and my gut feeling or my analysis was right. So also, you know, it's nice if your analysis is right to take a trade, but it's also nice if your analysis is right to not take a trade. For example, as it was here, or as it would have been here if I would have listened to my gut. So I think I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck that day. You know, taking a losing trade, missing two winning trades, and this one would have also been a losing trade. So also it was the New York afternoon. I was like, you know what, I have had enough. It was already a stressful day enough. So let's just skip this one. Let's go to sleep, or not to sleep, but you know, let's just focus on other stuff like the gym or coding or whatever. So skipping to the next day. Man, this whole text is slowly starting to bother me. Yeah. So we have first day. And let's just get me... Yeah, it's a pretty simple trade, okay. So nor. Go to the 5-minute. So there was no potential Judas swing setup, but I was like, okay, it's respecting still the Asian range, and it needs, or it should break either above or below. And I wrote down here, we got no Judas swing, but right here, I don't really care, range is big. Yeah, that's a little shit about the Asian range. As you can see, it was a pretty big move in the Asian range. So at this point, I still need a little bit of experience, because normal Asian range looks something like this, or more rangy, you know. So more, you know, no big moves. And in this particular night, there was a quite big move for the Asian range. So I didn't really give a fuck about the Judas swing. And right now I can see, just let me look this one up, zoom it in. Yeah, it's, so what the fuck is this? So I wouldn't argue that this one, 0.1 pips, fuck this. I wouldn't argue that this is a potential Judas swing setup. But if it eases your mind, okay, let's go with that. So range, we swept the high to the right. I think I meant to the left, and I think I meant this high right here. And we have bearish structure where the fair value gap is tested. TP below the two lows, sell side liquidity, and stop loss above the fair value gap. So it's a pretty basic trade, right? We have oopsie, we have here it was broken in the Asian range, it went down, this low was broken but no fair value gap. Here was one fair value gap, but I don't know, I think I haven't seen it, or it was a little bit later, so I missed this one. This low was broken, we have the fair value gap, it went up, it tested it, and pretty basic, so stop loss above this fair value gap. So I like to take the candle where the fair value gap is, take the previous candle and put the stop loss above this previous candle and a little bit higher for, you know, spread and shit. And my, what was it, my take profit wasn't quite, yeah, it was pretty 5 pips. You could have taken it somewhere on this order block, but I was like, you know what, this range here would give me a 1 to 2, would sweep away the loss from the previous day, and also would put me into profit for this week. Since I don't like to trade on Fridays, as you can see, there is nothing really going on Fridays. I was like, you know, I'm gonna take this. I don't want to risk anything because I'm too greedy. Happened in the past, so I made that mistake quite often. So I took it right on the first candle. It went back up, retested again, and I think, yeah, there was a little retracement, but it went pretty nicely down. As you can see, it went even further down. So this, yeah, almost 20 pips. See, you can see that if you use this, there is no iron rule. So if I would have taken the 20 pips, for example, I would have missed this because I would have been too greedy. So yeah, of course I missed like a % of profit, but let's be honest, guys. My goal was first sweeping away my losses, and if I get a profit, pretty nice. If I would have been break even for this week, would have also been nice. So I was totally fine with this trade, and as I mentioned, ICT, what's it called? Says you should focus on the beginning, on making 20 to 30 pips wins per week. So this is almost a 18 pip win. So it's almost 20, you know, you can, as I said, no iron rules. So I was totally fine with this. And as I got this win, I was like, you know what? I'm done for the week. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not interested in any of this kind of bullshit. You can see it started doing ups and downs, and you could have taken a long year and what the fuck ever. So I wasn't interested in any of this bullshit, especially as I mentioned in the weekly. If it didn't touch the weekly open till Wednesday, it shouldn't touch it. So you should just don't trade. You shouldn't trade. And yeah, on Thursday it touched the weekly open, so I was like, anyways, fuck this, I'm not interested in this motherfucker. And as I mentioned, I don't like to trade on Fridays, so we have Friday rolling up. Seeing this, I still use the Asian range, but I saw this here, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna even look for trades on Friday, on this Friday. And as you can see, this span, it's only till 4:30. So yeah, basically I just didn't give a fuck, and I didn't even look at, I think I just took a glimpse in it, and yeah, as you can see, it was quite wild. So you could, yeah, you could have traded. You have the Judas swing right here, so you could have taken a trade. But I don't know, to be honest, I'm pretty glad to not have traded. There was a kind of setup, so could have traded here, and doubles above this, take profit above. No. So you can interpret any trade, but I'm pretty glad to not have traded. So I think that's it, guys. And yeah, so fuck, I forgot to turn on the lights because I was out for a short of moment. Wait, I'm gonna turn it quickly on. for you guys because I like you. Yeah, or like how I like it. Snooze again. No. So yeah, basically that's it. I will look to maybe backtest again. I'm not quite sure because my weekend is pretty scheduled. So, and I need to cut this video. So I will see if time allows me to. You will see it. So I hope you enjoyed today's weekly recap. God, that sounded really gay. Yeah, see you soon. Bye. Goodbye, guys.